What's going on? Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the hip hop party. Yeah. It's going down. Yeah. Yeah. It's going down. What's going on? Clyde in the house. Yeah, what up? It's a special day today, y'all. It ain't just me on here. We got legendary. We got legendary Big Daddy Kane. We're gonna be talking to Big Daddy Kane today. We're gonna be talking to Big Daddy Kane, and we did a special performance party called the Therealmikeepps Hip Hop Party. I was blessed enough to get these guys to come on and do a show, man. And I mean, these is my mentors. Big Daddy Kane definitely is one of the rap goats, if not one of the best rap goat. You know what I mean? You got people that got different opinions about rappers, but Big Daddy Kane falls in that number of goats of rap. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, Big Daddy Kane in the house. We're gonna listen to some Big Daddy Kane right here, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna listen to some Big Daddy Kane in the house.
Album is still the same.
Yeah.
The Kane ain't a damn thing.
Yeah. Run it back!
I see you, baby.
Back! Big Daddy, they don't know how many hits you got that was never ever celebrated the way they should have been celebrated, man.
The B-side jump offs.
Man.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Daddy Kane? Legendary Big Daddy Kane, man. Homage, my brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you, my brother, man. I'm glad to be here with you, man.
Yeah, man. Bless you, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. It's like to be on here with you, man, is like, a basketball player, a young basketball kid talking to one of the greats like Moses Malone or Michael Jordan or something. You know what I mean? A hip hop.
I can dig it, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, man.
Hey, man, did you see the circus last night? What you think? I know the world want to hear what Big Daddy Kane got to say about what he seen last night, you know?
Oh, I mean, I posted about it. I asked everybody did they catch last night's episode of Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah, I seen that.
That shit was a reality show. It wasn't no debate.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is that's crazy. You said that was Apprentice, because sometimes when I'm watching him, that's what I see, because he did have that show out.
No, I mean, that's his thing, dealing with people and handling situations the way he would on reality TV. Because it's about really targeting your fans, getting them riled up. And,
Yeah. And that's crazy, man, because it's amazing, like, how the world is right now. And back in the 80s, in the early 90s, man, you was spitting and talking about this shit that's happening right now. It's crazy.
No,
like
a lot of
some
people,
of your songs.
Yeah, Chuck D, a lot of people was, I mean, it's like, it's a crucial time, man. It's just that people got to really, really stay focused, because in this digital era, everything moves so fast, man. You know what I'm saying? So your attention span is real short. You got to really take time to do the knowledge, see stuff with your third eye, and be crystal clear on what you're messing with. You dig?
Real talk.
Yeah.
Crystal clear, and use your third eye and be conscious. That's real talk, man. That's real talk, man. To have legendary Big Daddy Kane, man, it's probably a lot of questions. People know that you from Kings County, New York.
It's Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn in the house.
Stand up.
You from Kings County. You don't even say Brooklyn. You say you from Kings County.
Oh, nah. All day I'm repping Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. You're going to hear me scream that for life. Like, if I was living in Zimbabwe, I'd be sitting with dashiki screaming out Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn.
Zimbabwe, man. That's some real shit, man. And you know what's crazy, Big Daddy Kane? You know, because you raised a lot of brothers all over the country. Not just New York City, but Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Oklahoma. Believe it or not, you raised kids all over the country, man. And one question I always wanted to ask you, man, did you always feel like you had an advantage being from Brooklyn when you was an MC back then? Because every borough, it seemed like in New York, every borough got its own story. And Brooklyn, you know, Brooklyn got a bad reputation. But how did that perceive in your career like that?
I think that, you know, that whole player flair that you saw in Brooklyn, I was able to bring that in the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was separate.
Like, any given day, you could be inside, you know, the barber shop, and you might hear somebody say, say something, man, you ain't saying nothing slick to a can of oil, man. Come on, man, talk to me, man. Blah 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 blah. You know, they got this spitting that ism. You know, you hear
yeah.
I'm a little kid, waiting for somebody to send me to the store to get them a Lucy or a can of Bud, and I'm
so you can hear something.
The older cats just spitting that ism, man. You know,
you was here hustling.
You better believe it.
Hey, yeah, because back in the day, they had, all the rappers was different, like Biz Markie. This is just from a fan's vision of it, right? And it seemed like you brought the sexy to the rap game. Like you was the first Nino Brown. You know what I'm saying? You was first dude representing the Dark Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like you brought the sexy to it. Like these young dudes, they think they the first one walking around with no shirt on with the jewelry, but they wasn't.
Well, honestly, I probably learned it from Houdini because they was doing it before me.
Houdini,
you know
right.
I just
Curtis
made that
Blow.
Shit look good as hell, though. You know?
Oh yeah, Curtis Blow,
yeah.
Curtis Blow,
Yeah.
Curtis Blow. Man, that was crazy, man. From your recollection, that's why I put this show together, Big Daddy Kane, because I think that comedy and music is always matched up good together.
We had that conversation, I want to say, about a good 2 or 3 years ago, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do that play with you, man. Remember we was going to do a play, Times Square play?
Yeah.
Because your songs are really theatrical, they dramatical, they tell stories. I was just bumping some of your joints that they ain't know nothing about, but hey man, let me play one of them. Let me play one. Hey, that's crazy, man. You was speaking about that life then, right? That was the life then, huh?
Absolutely. At that point in time, I had the opportunity to see the world. Like on my first album, Long Live the Kane, I can tell you about what I saw in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? What I saw in, the streets of New York.
On that first album.
Yeah. But on that's the second album there. By then,
Long Live.
By then, I had had, like Crips stopped me at a gas station in LA wondering what am I doing with all this red on, I done, met Japanese.
And that was in 80, you was in LA in 89, 88.
I was in 87. Greg Mack had me there in 87 during the K-Day days.
87?
Yeah. I mean, the AM K-Day days.
The AM K-Day days. The real K-Day.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Greg Mack had me there in 87.
Greg Mack. Oh, man. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's real history because, Los Angeles is a place that was Hollywood. You know what I mean? And for the East Coast guys, it seemed like when they came out to Hollywood, it was like, damn, it was a whole nother culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely different than what you used to seeing, in New York. You know,
Right.
it was
Right.
completely different. But it was beautiful though. It was beautiful, and at that point in time, the type of love that we was receiving, because you had Ice-T, King T,
King T. What about
783,
the Dream Team?
Dream Team. Well, Dream Team was a little before me. It was a little before me.
Rodney O and Joe Cooley.
Rodney O and Joe Cooley. Yep. Then what was the skating ring that they used to rock at?
The World on Wheels.
World on Wheels. There you go. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Rodney O and Joe Cooley. Yep. Yeah,
Those were West Coast guys that you did shows with when you first started.
Yeah. World on Wheels, or wherever K-Day did something outside, and the spot that Africa Islam had. I forget the name of it. But yeah, like late 80s, that's where we was out in LA. Yeah.
Right. Now you were signed to Cold Chillin' from the beginning all the way to the end?
No, not to the end. I ended up going to MCA for one album, but majority of my career I was with Cold Chillin' Warner Brothers.
And them was the hard albums, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Them was the hard albums, man. I'm talking about, man, Big Daddy Kane, man. I'm from Indiana, man. I know about 5 lookalike Big Daddy Kane. Hey, man, these jokers thought they was you, man. You hear me? One of my
I used to love them Indiana shows too, man. Back in the days when we come to Indianapolis and Fort Wayne and whatnot. Even now, shout out to my man Amp Harris.
Amp Harris. I knew you was gonna say Amp, man.
Amp, yeah. Even now, everybody. Yeah.
Amp Harris, yeah, man. So back in the day, like when you was getting that money, man, when you first started rapping Big Daddy Kane, who's the first rapper that you seen that made you say, man, I could do this, man, I'm gone?
Well, I started doing it because my older cousin Murdoch was rhyming. So
Murdoch.
I really just started looking up to my older cousin.
He was cold.
My biggest inspiration was Grandmaster Caz from the Cold Crush.
Grandmaster Cash. Wow.
Yeah, Caz from the Cold Crush.
He was cold.
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Mr. C. I see he on the check-in.
Mr. C, man. DJ Mr. C, he's legendary, man. I've been hearing them names, man, since I was 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. And that's what people say, man. Like, if you see my comedy and a guy like Big Daddy Kane like it, he like it because he don't even know. Man, I'm telling you, man, your style, you raised a lot of us, man. You taught guys in the ghetto how to walk, talk, act, gave us confidence, and that's what hip-hop do, man. I was telling somebody, I'm a hip-hop comic. Like, they got hip-hop athletes, they got hip-hop everything. Doctors.
Nah, you super gutter and realistic with it. I love it. Like right now, it's 2020, and to this day, anytime I make a mistake in front of anybody, first thing I say is, "Players fuck up." So,
hey, they do, don't they?
Hey, man.
All the time, man.
That was my line, baby.
I love you for that, Big Daddy Kane. I love you for that, man. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to watch you perform that night, man. That was crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I always come to your shows, but you never really had an opportunity to be at one of mine. And now we got to share the stage together, man.
Hey, I didn't caught you in some real cool spots, man. I caught you one time in LA. Man, I want to say Stevie's up in the valley. You remember Stevie's?
Mm-mm.
What did I caught you at a spot, man, and you was leaving out. You was sweating, and then you must have been killing them, man. Doobie was in the house, Michael Collier. You had went up and did a couple songs. I don't know what club it was, man.
Oh, okay. I think I know exactly where you that was the joint they used to do with the live band. What's the West Coast dudes that had the Players Don't Cry song?
G-Mac,
yeah.
G-Mac, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Eric Benet used to host the parties.
Yes, man.
That's where, yeah.
And everybody used to leave and go to Peanuts. Remember Peanuts?
Well, no, I'll even go to Madame Zenobia's. I go to hang out
Madame Zenobia, cut it out.
I go to hang out at Doobie.
About Dan Tanner's.
Oh, I'm talking about the restaurant?
Yeah, Dan Tanner's.
Well, you know, I mean, I used to go there to eat. I used to like them lobster tails, the lobster
Oh
fried
yeah, they got the
Diablo.
fly lobster tails. That's
Yeah, the
what I'm
lobster
saying.
fried
Big,
Diablo. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Big Daddy Kane. See, people don't know you was one of them rappers, man, that was really connected to the people, to the real players. I seen Big Daddy Kane with real pimps and players. Rest in peace, my man that played on Steve Harvey. Remember me, you, and him was at a party. Maryland Santana.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And he had got all big and buffed up. Remember we was at that party?
Was that Jada party? I
Yeah,
can't
me,
remember.
you, and Don Juan.
Oh, okay. Damn, I'm trying to remember where we were. I can't remember where we were, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
I done had some cool times with you, Big Daddy Kane, man. And you know,
Absolutely.
people don't know, man. You had songs, man, that were real hits, man. That talk like this was one of my favorites, right? And they don't know, man. You had lyrics for them ladies. You know, I remember one time I heard Tupac say that he learned from Big Daddy Kane. He said, Kane told me always rap for the ladies.
Well, you know, with Pac, his first tour was my tour.
Wow.
That's when he was dancing for Digital Underground.
Wow.
Yeah, when they had the
his first tour, huh?
Dancing for Digital, and he used to always be with Scoob and Scrap, hanging out every night. You know, me and him would chop it up, and he was telling me he coming out with his own stuff, but he was like, nah, it ain't gonna be like, you know, on the funny stuff like Digital. It's gonna be more serious, but I'm working. And he spit a couple of verses for me a few times, and I'm like, you know, yeah, homie on his way, you know.
He loved you though. You could
I
tell. See, like
Pac.
guys like that. See, I like Tupac's one of my favorite rappers, right? But
Yeah.
I remember I knew Big Daddy Kane before I knew Tupac. Man, I could see the influence in all of the brothers. You know what I mean? We all
Pac was a
influenced each
beautiful
other.
brother.
Huh?
Pac was a beautiful brother, and more importantly, he was a student of hip hop. A very prolific brother, but still a student of hip hop. You know, with a special love for it.
A student of hip hop.
Yeah.
He studied the game of it.
Absolutely. No, I mean, like when he was with Digital, the stuff he used to talk to me about and the questions he used to ask, I could see right there. Okay, yeah, you know, this brother, he's studying, he's taking notes to elevate, and I mean, he did a great job. He did an excellent job.
How does it feel to know? How does it feel to know that, man? The young brothers that looked up to you, the Jay-Z's and the Biggies and the Grand Poobahs and all of that next generation. How does it feel to know that you gave them the spark to change the world? Because them brothers changed the world, man. You know what I mean? And they had opportunities. They end up getting opportunities that back in the day when you was there, the opportunities wasn't there. Yeah. But the flip side of it is that you've been in the game for 30 plus years. You look good. You still doing the splits. You performing. You know what I mean? The payoff is crazy.
Well, you know, when I was a shorty, man, I was listening to Grandmaster Caz, Melly Mel, Kool Moe Dee when he was still with the Treacherous Three.
Kool Moe Dee.
Yeah, those was
Melly
like
Mel.
our top three back then, you know, and like, you know, just learning from them, and then like to see like when myself, Rakim, KRS, you know, we get on. I feel like, you know, we kind of, you know, took the baton from them and tried to keep pushing with it. And I think that after that, you know, brothers like Biggie, Nas, Tupac, you know, Jay-Z, you know, they took the baton from us.
Right.
And they kept running with it. And it was just beautiful to see that, man. It was beautiful to see that.
Oh yeah, man. That's what you call a domino effect and a positive chain reaction. You know what I mean? In our community and in our ethnicity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, all day.
And that's why I try to tell young brothers, man, it's okay. I've been influenced by a lot, and it used to make me insecure, Big Daddy Kane. But guess what? I started accepting it and understanding that that's part of the pleather. That's part of the game. Everybody has been influenced by somebody that was great. Yeah. That's how you learn how to do what you do.
That's how you learn, absolutely.
And then you become into your own and find your own, you know? But you still have some of that influence throughout your whole thing, you know?
Oh no, I mean a lot of it I kept. I mean it's 2020, and you still can't tell me I ain't Marvin Gaye on the
Yeah, straight up,
I have
huh?
my moments, baby.
Straight up, huh? You
For
feel
real,
it?
I have my moments. You can't tell me I'm not Marvin.
Yeah, you embody that. You embody that. Now a lot of people, because man, you had a flow and a style that was different from all the other rappers. You know, you got arguments when people talk about their best five, people talk about the best rapper alive. Your name comes up #1 a lot.
I mean, I think that's a blessing, and I mean, I appreciate it. You know, to be mentioned in anyone's top 3, top 5, top 10, you know, I think it's an honor and a blessing. You know, and
Right.
like, you know, I mean, there's so many great artists, you know, throughout the years, from the Melly Mel, Kaz era on up to the J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar era. There's just there's so
It's a
many
gang
throughout
of
the
them, huh?
years. So to have my name tossed around anywhere in there, you know, I'm truly honored, man.
Hey man, I'm telling you, Big Daddy, it always come up, it always come up in the first 5, and a lot of times it come up in the 1. And black people in the hood, in the ghetto, and especially in the rap game, everybody loves a battle. Everybody loves to talk about battle. For so many years, people wanted to see you battle certain people, man. Like,
Yeah.
And people had different perceptions. I was way in Indiana, and I heard stories. I don't know if they was true, they was real, but that's just the way it go. But people were always interested to know if Big Daddy Kane and Rakim had a battle, or big, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all was like, y'all the niggas, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's like one of the main ones that people always wanted to see. And I mean, there've been occasions where they tried to make it happen but couldn't, pull it together.
Right.
But it is what it is.
Hey.
I will say this though. Me and KRS, we've been talking.
Right.
We've been talking. Matter of fact, the conversation started, the last time I saw you.
At the party.
Yeah.
At the party.
So we've been talking, and that might actually be a possibility.
Oh my God,
that might actually be a possibility.
KRS-One, man. When I tell you KRS-One he's another dude that is aging backwards around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his energy is crazy, man.
It's crazy. And how about what he talked about in the past, the present, and the future is right on time?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's always been one of those type of MCs that try to educate. Like what I was saying earlier, I think he comes from that Melly Mel tree.
He do.
One of those artists that try to educate. Melly Mel to KRS. I think Melly Mel birthed KRS and Chuck D. And they're the ones that birthed Tupac Shakur.
Right.
I think that Grandmaster Caz birthed me, and I'm the one that birthed, Biggie and Jay-Z.
No doubt.
Like Mo D, I think he was the one that birthed Rakim. Rakim the one that birthed Nas.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
worked,
that. That's a tree. That's a tree. That's a real black man art tree, man. You know what I mean? And just to be a part of that tree that's amazing, man. That it really is. And it's crazy. It's like, not only was you a fly guy, you wasn't to be fucked with either. You was a real one. You know what I mean? And that is hard. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody served this purpose. Now talking about everybody serving a purpose, my man Greg Nice, man, when I tell you Greg Nice is a party starter, he brings that. He's got something don't nobody have in the game.
Yeah, his energy is like on 1,000. He knows how to entertain the crowd, and he's fun, and he has a great voice. Yeah. His energy is 1,000.
And
he's from a different tree.
He's from a different tree.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of like DJ Hollywood.
Man, everybody talk about DJ Hollywood.
Okay. Well,
everybody.
DJ Hollywood, that's who birthed like the Busy Bee and the Busy Bee is like who birthed like the Dougie Fresh, and I think the Dougie is the one that birthed like the Greg Knights,
A
and then
different
so on
tree.
to your Little
A different
Johns and
tree.
Fat Man Scoops, you know.
A different tree.
Yeah. The party rockers, the
Party
party
rockers.
Because, you know, back in the days, you know, in the 70s, early 80s, those were the two MCs that you had. You had your battle MCs and you had your party rockers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How did you end up having all of those? Did you have to have all of those, Big Daddy Kane?
Well, I started as a battle MC, but, you know, being under Biz Markie umbrella, because that's who brought me into the industry. That's where I learned the whole party vibe from, and then also from Doug Fresh.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
you know?
amazing. Oh,
Yeah.
when you got with Biz and Doug Fresh, you had already had that battle thing with you.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I started. I met Biz battling him. That's how we met. And then he asked me to get down with him. He was like, yo, you dope. You should get down with him. And I got down with him. And
where did y'all used to battle at? Where did y'all run into each other battling?
We ran into each other in this spot in Brooklyn called the Albee Square Mall. And that's where we battled.
Albee Square Mall.
Yeah,
on Flatbush Avenue.
Fulton and Albee Square.
Wow.
Between Albee Square and between Albee Square and Flatbush. Yeah, you're right.
And when you had them battles, what would y'all do? When y'all see each other, y'all would walk up and just be like, "What's up?" You know, like.
Well, no, we just met that one time, and I asked him for a battle. Then after the battle, he told me what he was doing and how he was trying to get on. He said, "Yo, you should get down with me. If you get down with me, I guarantee you're gonna make a record one day." And he kept his word.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Biz Markie, man. We praying for you, man. Praying for your recovery, man. We love such a good guy, man.
I talked to him last week. His wife put me on with him last week, and you know, I popped a lot of shit to him and whatnot, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, his wife said he threw his hands up. I couldn't exactly hear what he was saying because he's on the speakerphone, but he said something slick back to me. So yeah, he's getting a lot better. He's getting a lot better.
Yeah. Hey man, that's him, man. You know, he had to let you know he was still there somewhere. You feel me?
Oh yeah. That's my dude. Because there would be no Kane without Biz. That's who believed in me, and that's who got me my record deal. So you know, that's
crazy. People don't know that. See, a lot of people think that you came from Marley Marl.
No. I was with Biz. Biz was already down with the Juice Crew. Then he brought me in, and then eventually, you know, me and Marley ended up working and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, I was from Biz umbrella.
Yeah, you was from Biz. Oh man, you killed it, man. That was amazing, man. But this party, man, that we doing, man. You know, with all this COVID-19 thing, you know, we've been on the road for so many years, man. Was you glad to get a vacation a little bit? You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. You know, we drove down
from North Carolina.
Yeah. We drove down, you know, yeah, man, it was great, you know, seeing everyone, and you know, just kicking. I mean, 'cause like you remember, Kumo D came and hung out.
I know.
Yeah, you know.
I wish I could have got him on the show. We got to get him next time, you know.
Yeah, that was. And then you know how long-winded Dougie Fresh and KRS are.
Hey man, so, I was gonna get to Dougie Fresh, man. We might as well go on and start on him. I was gonna use him for the last part, but I might as well go on and start on Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh. When I tell you Dougie Fresh is, I'm gonna give him the name Super Glue. You know what I mean? Because Dougie Fresh know how to glue everybody and everything together.
Oh yeah, because you know it's how can you tell Doug no with that voice? You know, because Mike, you know, he thought like, you know how, you know sometimes you just got to pull the go on. You know, when he started doing that,
that's him,
you know,
right there.
You can't say no to that dude when he started
again.
Do it again. What did he say? More high pitch. Yeah. Well,
the great Dougie Fresh.
Yeah, so you know you can't tell Doug no.
You can't tell him no, man.
Nah. Nah. Shout out to my homegirl Lux. I see her on the check-in as well.
What's up, Lex? What's up, baby? Yeah, man, them was all, hey, man, them was all good people right there, man, that came from legendary cloth, man, that made history and still continue to make history, man. And Big Daddy Kane, I just want to thank you, OG, big brother, you know what I mean, mentor. Much respect and homage to you, man. You know, I've been watching you for so many years, man. You got so many fans out there. I mean, there's people checking in, man, from all over the world, man. I just seen Argentina on there checking in, Big Daddy Kane.
Matter of fact, if you don't mind, let me just also real quick say shout out to Mora and Mina, two very young teenage hip hop artists.
Mora and Mina.
They're doing their thing. Mora and Mina, yes. Shout out to Jenna Lord.
Yeah, Mora and Mina.
My cousin 95, and shout out to my wife on the check-in.
Oh man, much respect. I don't want to say her name, but I gotta say it. Much respect to Miss Kane. You know what I mean? Much respect.
Hey, that's Mrs. Kane. She's a married woman, man.
Mrs. Kane, yes. Hey, I gotta put that Mrs. on there. Hey man, let me say something. When you and your queen came to the show down there in Charlotte, y'all look so good together, man.
Thank you, brother.
Y'all beautiful.
Man. Yeah, we had a great time, man. Man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. We got this big hip hop party coming up October 9th. You get a chance to see the legendary Big Daddy Kane, y'all. The legendary Big Daddy Kane perform some of his greatest hits, man. And then in the end, they don't even know they gonna get a treat.
No, don't tell them. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. We gonna leave it like Howard Cosell and Muhammad Ali. When they say what you gonna see all your eyes allow you to see.
Right on that. Big Daddy Kane, Brooklyn, New York. We love you, Big Daddy. Thank you. October 9th,
much love.
The Mike Epps Hip Hop Party. Get a chance to see Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Rakim, Greg Nice, and the greatest entertainer in the world, Dougie Fresh. We love you, Big Daddy. Thank you, man.
All right, Mike. Be safe, my brother. Peace.
Peace, baby.